Question 1. A property insurance policy has an 80% coinsurance requirement and an actual cash value of $500,000 for the insured property. The policyholder carried only $300,000 of insurance at the time of a loss that caused $200,000 in damage. How much will the insurer pay for the loss, assuming the coinsurance clause applies? A. $120,000. B. $150,000. C. $200,000. D. $180,000. Correct answer. A. $120,000. Explanation. Coinsurance requires the insured to carry at least 80% of the property's actual cash value in insurance. Here, 80% of $500,000 is $400,000, which is the required minimum coverage. Since the policyholder only carried $300,000, they did not meet the coinsurance requirement. The payment calculation is. Question 2. In a liability insurance policy, which of the following would typically be covered under supplementary payments? A. Medical expenses for the insured's employees. B. Cost of defense, including attorney fees. C. Loss of income for the insured's business. D. Damages to the insured's personal property. Correct answer. B. Cost of defense, including attorney fees. Explanation. Supplementary payments in a liability policy often cover additional costs that the insurer incurs to defend the insured, such as attorney fees, court costs, and other defense expenses. These payments are above and beyond the liability limits and are critical in liability policies where defense costs could be substantial. Medical expenses for employees are typically covered under workers' compensation, loss of business income under business interruption insurance, and damages to personal property under property coverage, not liability policies. Question 3. Scenario. Mr. Thompson owns a small manufacturing business in New Mexico. He has a business owner's policy, BOP, that includes coverage for business income and extra expense. Recently, a nearby chemical plant accident forced local authorities to close all businesses in the area for a week due to safety concerns, impacting Mr. Thompson's operations. Under what condition would his business income and extra expense coverage apply? A. The closure must be caused by direct physical loss or damage to Mr. Thompson's property. B. The closure must be mandated by civil authority due to a nearby property's physical loss. C. Mr. Thompson must prove his business experienced a loss of more than 20% of income. D. The closure must involve a natural disaster like an earthquake or flood. Correct answer. B. The closure must be mandated by civil authority due to a nearby property's physical loss. Explanation. Business income and extra expense coverage typically includes a civil authority provision, which applies when a government entity restricts access to the insured's property due to physical loss or damage to a nearby location. This provision helps cover the income loss and extra expenses the insured incurs during the enforced closure. Mr. Thompson's BOP would not require direct damage to his property, only that nearby property experienced a loss that necessitated civil authority action. The other options misinterpret the specific terms of civil authority coverage. Question 4. Under New Mexico's Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act, which of the following would most likely be considered an unfair claims practice? A. Denying a claim without conducting a reasonable investigation. B. Settling a claim promptly but for less than the policy limit. C. Providing an initial estimate of loss within 10 days of the claim report. D. Requiring proof of loss within a reasonable time frame. Correct answer. A. Denying a claim without conducting a reasonable investigation. Explanation. The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act in New Mexico prohibits insurers from denying claims without a proper and thorough investigation. This ensures that claims are handled fairly and that the insurer cannot deny a claim arbitrarily. The other options refer to typical fair practices or actions not considered unfair. Question 5. In a commercial general liability CGL policy, which of the following best describes the concept of aggregate limit? A. The maximum amount payable per occurrence. B. The total amount payable for all claims during the policy period. C. The deductible amount required for each claim. D. The minimum amount the insured must pay before coverage applies. Correct answer. B. The total amount payable for all claims during the policy period. Explanation. The aggregate limit UCGL policy is the maximum amount the insurer will pay for all claims within the policy period. It differs from the per occurrence limit, which caps payment for individual claims. Understanding aggregate limits helps policyholders assess total coverage over the term. Question 6. An insured business in New Mexico has coverage for equipment breakdown. If the business's main production machine malfunctions due to an electrical surge and requires immediate repair, which part of the policy would typically respond? A. Loss of income coverage. B. Property damage coverage. C. Extra expense coverage. D. Commercial auto coverage. Correct answer. C. Extra expense coverage. Explanation. Equipment breakdown coverage often includes extra expenses, covering costs the insured incurs to minimize business operation disruption due to the breakdown. This could include repair costs or temporary equipment rentals. Loss of income coverage, A, would cover lost revenue due to downtime, while property damage, B, and commercial auto coverage, D, are unrelated. Question 7. Ms. Garcia owns a retail store and carries a business owner's policy, BOP. A customer slips on a wet floor in her store, sustaining injuries. Ms. Garcia files a claim with her insurer, but the insurer denies the claim, asserting that the store's negligence caused the injury. Which of the following options accurately reflects the policy's likely response? A. The insurer will deny the claim because negligence voids coverage. B. The insurer will defend Ms. Garcia as liability policies include defense costs. C. Ms. Garcia must handle the claim independently due to the negligence exclusion. D. The insurer will pay the customer's medical bills but not legal fees. Correct answer. B. The insurer will defend Ms. Garcia as liability policies include defense costs. Explanation. Liability insurance requires the insurer to defend the insured against claims arising from incidents on the insured's property, even if negligence is involved. Ms. Garcia's BOP would include liability coverage with defense costs up to the policy limits. Question 8. Which of the following scenarios is most likely to qualify for payment under uninsured motorist coverage in New Mexico? A. A vehicle is stolen, and the owner files a claim for reimbursement. B. An insured driver is rear-ended by a driver who has no insurance. C. A parked car is damaged by a tree falling during a storm. D. A driver causes an accident but flees the scene without providing insurance information. Correct answer. B. An insured driver is rear-ended by a driver who has no insurance. Explanation. An insured motorist coverage compensates for bodily injury and sometimes property damage if the insured is in an accident caused by an uninsured driver. Other options relate to comprehensive coverage, A. Property damage, C. Or hit and run provisions, D. Question 9. In New Mexico, a business income and extra expense policy will generally cover which of the following situations? A. A flood damages the building, causing the business to close temporarily. B. An employee theft incident causes inventory losses. C. A fire damages a key supplier's facility, impacting the insured's business operations. D. An increase in business expenses due to high seasonal demand. Correct answer. C. A fire damages a key supplier's facility, impacting the insured's business operations. Explanation. Business income and extra expense coverage includes contingent business interruption, which applies when the insured is impacted by a covered peril at a key supplier's location. Floods, A. Require specific flood endorsements, while employee theft, B. Falls under crime insurance. Seasonal demand, D. Is not covered. Question 10. Which of the following is a requirement for a contract to be considered legally binding under New Mexico insurance law? A. The agreement must involve parties that have equal bargaining power. B. The policyholder must have read and understood every clause. C. The agreement must include a lawful purpose. D. The agreement must be verbally accepted by both parties. Correct answer. C. The agreement must include a lawful purpose. Explanation. For an insurance contract to be legally binding, it must include a lawful purpose, ensuring it aligns with legal standards and public policy. Equal bargaining power, A. Is not required, and understanding every clause, B is not a condition for enforceability. Most insurance contracts are written, not verbal, making D incorrect. Question 11. Under New Mexico insurance regulations, an insurer must acknowledge receipt of a claim within how many days? A. 5 business days. B. 10 calendar days. C. 15 business days. D. 30 calendar days. Correct answer. B. 10 calendar days. Explanation. New Mexico requires insurers to acknowledge receipt of a claim within 10 calendar days of receiving notice of a claim. This standard ensures timely communication between insurers and policyholders. Correct answer. B. 10 calendar days. Explanation. New Mexico requires insurers to acknowledge receipt of a claim within 10 calendar days of receiving notice of a claim. This standard ensures timely communication between insurers and policyholders. Correct answer. C. Earthquake damage. Explanation. Standard commercial property insurance does not cover earthquake damage, which requires a separate endorsement or policy. The policy typically covers perils such as fire, theft, and windstorm damage. Question 13. A homeowner in New Mexico adds an endorsement to their policy for replacement cost coverage on personal property. What does this endorsement change? A. It decreases the deductible for claims involving personal property. B. It ensures personal property is replaced at current market value without depreciation. C. It restricts the coverage to a specific list of items. D. It increases the coverage limit on liability claims. Correct answer. B. It ensures personal property is replaced at current market value without depreciation. Explanation. A replacement cost coverage endorsement provides that personal property will be replaced at its current value without accounting for depreciation, unlike actual cash value coverage, which deducts depreciation from the payout. Question 14. When an insured business in New Mexico sustains fire damage, which part of the insurance policy typically covers the cost of temporary relocation expenses? A. Business income coverage. B. Extra expense coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Property damage coverage. Correct answer. B. Extra expense coverage. Explanation. Extra expense coverage is designed to cover additional costs incurred by the insured to minimize disruption to the business, such as temporary relocation expenses during repairs. Business income coverage. A. Covers lost income, while liability, C, and property damage, D, focus on other types of losses. Question 15. Under New Mexico insurance law, what is the primary function of the appraisal clause of a property insurance policy? A. To set the policy's premium rate. B. To settle disputes over the value of a claim. C. To limit coverage for certain perils. D. To establish the deductible for claims. Correct answer. B. To settle disputes over the value of a claim. Explanation. The appraisal clause in a property insurance policy allows for a method to resolve disputes regarding the value of a claim. Both the insurer and the insured can appoint appraisers to assess the loss and, if needed, involve an umpire for final decision-making. Question 16. If a vehicle in New Mexico is insured with comprehensive coverage, which of the following incidents would typically be covered? A. Damage from a collision with another vehicle. B. Theft of the vehicle. C. Damage due to hitting a pothole. D. Injuries to passengers during an accident. Correct answer. B. Theft of the vehicle. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage protects against non-collision related incidents such as theft, vandalism, or natural disasters. Collision coverage, A, is needed for accident damage and passenger injuries. D, are covered by medical payments or personal injury protection, PIP. Question 17. An insured in New Mexico wants to ensure their homeowner's policy covers liability when their dog causes injury to a guest. Which part of the policy typically provides this protection? A. Dwelling coverage. B. Personal liability coverage. C. Personal property coverage. D. Loss of use coverage. Correct answer. B. Personal liability coverage. Explanation. personal liability coverage within a homeowner's policy protects against claims or lawsuits for bodily injury or property damage that the insured is responsible for, including incidents involving pets. Other coverages listed do not pertain to liability. Question 18. New Mexico regulations require that an insurer issuing a cancellation notice for a personal auto policy must provide how many days' notice for non-payment of premium? A. 7 days. B. 10 days. C. 15 days. D. 30 days. Correct answer. B. 10 days. Explanation. Insurers in New Mexico must give policyholders at least 10 days' notice when canceling an auto insurance policy due to non-payment of the premium. This allows the insured time to rectify the situation or seek alternative coverage. Question 19. Which of the following best defines a conditional contract in the context of insurance policies in New Mexico? A. A contract that does not require an initial payment. B. A contract that is enforceable only if specific conditions are met. C. A policy that cannot be canceled by the insurer. D. A contract providing coverage only for specific named risks. Correct answer. B. A contract that is enforceable only if specific conditions are met. Explanation. Insurance policies are considered conditional contracts as the insurer's obligation to pay. A claim depends on the insured fulfilling certain conditions, such as paying premiums and providing timely notice of a loss. Question 20. A policyholder in New Mexico receives an actual cash value, receive payment for a damaged item. How is this payment calculated? The original purchase price of the item. B. The cost to replace the item minus depreciation. C. The replacement cost plus an additional premium. D. The cost of repairs without depreciation. Correct answer. B. The cost to replace the item minus depreciation. Explanation. An actual cash value, ACV, settlement represents the replacement cost of an item minus depreciation, reflecting the current value of the item. This is distinct from replacement cost value, RCV, which does not account for depreciation. Question 21. Which of the following is typically covered under the liability section of a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Fire damage to the insured's home. B. Theft of the insured's personal property. C. Medical expenses for a guest injured on the insured's property. D. Flood damage to the basement. Correct answer. C. Medical expenses for a guest injured on the insured's property. Explanation. The liability section of a homeowner's policy covers claims for bodily injury or property damage for which the insured is legally responsible, including medical expenses for guests injured on the property. Fire damage and theft and B are covered under property sections, while flood damage, D, usually requires separate coverage. Question 22. What type of policy would a business owner purchase to cover losses from a cyber attack that leads to a data breach? A. Commercial property insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Cyber liability insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. C. Cyber liability insurance. Explanation. Cyber liability insurance provides coverage for incidents related to cyber attacks such as data breaches, ransomware, and network security failures. Other policies, B, D, do not specifically address cyber-related risks. Question 23. Which type of insurance coverage is specifically designed to cover legal fees and settlements when a professional is sued for negligence in their work? A. General liability insurance. B. Professional liability insurance. C. Directors and officers, DO, insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Correct answer. B. Professional liability insurance. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions, EO, insurance, protects professionals against claims of negligence or inadequate work. General liability, A, covers physical injuries and property damage, while DO insurance, C, covers company leadership and workers' compensation. D, pertains to employee injuries. Question 24. Which term best describes the portion of an insurance policy that states the insured's obligations in the event of a loss? The insuring agreement. B. Conditions. C. Exclusions. D. Declarations. Correct answer. B. Conditions. Explanation. The conditions section of an insurance policy outlines the responsibilities and obligations of both the insurer and the insured. This includes what actions must be taken when a loss occurs, such as reporting and providing proof of loss. Question 25. Which of the following is not a function of an insurance underwriter? A. Assessing the risk of insuring an applicant. B. Determining the terms of a policy. C. Selling insurance policies directly to customers. D. Setting premium rates based on risk. Correct answer. C. Selling insurance policies directly to customers. Explanation. Insurance underwriters evaluate risks, determine policy terms, and set premiums. Selling insurance policies is typically done by agents or brokers, not underwriters. Question 26. What type of auto insurance coverage is necessary for damage to the policyholder's own vehicle in a collision they caused? A. Liability coverage. B. Comprehensive coverage. C. Collision coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. C. Collision coverage. Explanation. Collision coverage pays for the repair or replacement of the policyholder's vehicle when they are at fault in an accident. Liability coverage. A. Covers damage to others, while comprehensive B. Covers non-collision incidents, and uninsured motorist D. Applies when the other driver lacks insurance. Question 27. What type of policy should an individual purchase if they want protection that will pay out benefits upon their death? A. Disability insurance. B. Health insurance. C. Term life insurance. D. Long-term care insurance. Correct answer. C. Term life insurance. Explanation. Term life insurance provides death benefits to beneficiaries if the insured passes away during the term of the policy. Disability insurance A. Covers lost income due to inability to work. Health insurance B. Pays for medical expenses. And long-term care insurance D. Covers extended care services. Question 28. Which insurance concept refers to the transfer of risk from an individual to an insurer in exchange for premium payments? A. Indemnity. B. Reinsurance. C. Risk management. D. Risk pooling. Correct answer. A. Indemnity. Explanation. Indemnity refers to the concept of compensating for a loss, effectively transferring risk from an individual to an insurer who accepts it in return for premiums. Reinsurance B. Involves risk transfer between insurers, and risk pooling D. Spreads risk among a group. Question 29. What is the purpose of an insurable interest in an insurance contract? A. To determine the insurance policy's deductible. B. To ensure the policyholder can receive coverage for any risk. C. To prevent policyholders from profiting from insurance fraud. D. To set the maximum claim amount. Correct answer. C. To prevent policyholders from profiting from insurance fraud. Explanation. Insurable interest means that the policyholder must have a legitimate interest in the insured item or person, preventing them from obtaining insurance to profit from a loss. It ensures a genuine economic stake exists in the preservation of the insured property or person. Question 30. Which type of homeowner's policy is specifically designed for renters? A. HA2. B. HA3. C. HA4. D. HA5. Correct answer. C. HA4. Explanation. The HA4 policy, known as a renter's policy, provides coverage for personal property and liability for individuals who rent their homes. Other policies, HA2, HA3, HA5, are tailored for homeowners. Question 31. Which insurance principle states that an insured should not profit from an insurance claim but should be restored to their original financial position? A. Subrogation. B. Indemnity. C. Utmost good faith. D. Contribution. Correct answer. B. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity ensures that an insured is compensated for their loss but does not profit from the insurance claim. It aims to restore the insured to their financial state before the loss. Subrogation A. allows insurers to take legal action on behalf of the insured on most good faith. C. Refers to honesty in disclosing relevant information and contribution. D. Involves multiple policies sharing the loss. Question 32. Which of the following insurance policies would provide coverage for a company if its executive officers are sued for their decisions and actions while managing the company? A. General liability insurance. B. Errors and omissions. EO. Insurance. C. Directors and officers. DO. Insurance. D. Employment practices liability insurance. Correct answer. C. Directors and officers. DO. Insurance. Explanation. Directors and officers insurance protects the company and its executives from claims resulting from decisions and actions taken while performing their duties. General liability insurance A. Covers bodily injury and property damage, errors, and omissions. B. Applies to professional negligence and employment practices liability. D. Covers employment-related issues. Question 33. What type of policy is designed to cover high-risk items such as expensive jewelry or fine art, which may not be fully covered under standard homeowners policies? A. Umbrella policy. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. HA2 policy. D. Personal liability policy. Correct answer. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. Explanation. A scheduled personal property endorsement allows for specific high-value items to be listed and covered at their appraised value under a homeowner's policy. An umbrella policy A provides additional liability coverage. A HA2 policy C is a basic form of homeowners insurance, and a personal liability policy D covers liability claims but not high-value items. Question 34. Which of the following is generally not covered by a comprehensive auto insurance policy? A. Theft of the vehicle. B. Hail damage. C. Collision with another vehicle. D. Vandalism. Correct answer. C. Collision with another vehicle. Explanation. Comprehensive auto insurance covers non-collision incidents such as theft, hail damage, and vandalism. Collision coverage, which is separate, applies to accidents involving other vehicles or objects. Comprehensive A, B, D does not include collision-related damage. Question 35. What is the primary purpose of reinsurance? A. To reduce an insurer's exposure to loss. B. To provide direct coverage to policyholders. C. To eliminate the need for underwriting. D. To offer insurance to high-risk individuals. Correct answer. A. To reduce an insurer's exposure to loss. Explanation. Reinsurance is the practice where insurers transfer a portion of their risk to other insurance companies to limit the total loss they could face. It does not involve direct policyholder coverage. B. Underwriting elimination. C. Or exclusively covering high-risk individuals. D. Question 36. Which clause in an insurance policy outlines the circumstances in which the insurer can deny a claim? A. Exclusions. B. Declarations. C. Conditions. D. Endorsements. Correct answer. A. Exclusions. Explanation. The exclusions section specifies the situations and conditions under which a claim may be denied. The declarations. B. Outline basic policy information. Conditions. C. List the policyholder's responsibilities. And endorsements. D. Modify the policy's coverage. Question 37. Which of the following types of insurance is mandatory for employers to provide in most states to cover work-related injuries? A. Health insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Disability insurance. Correct answer. B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance is required by law in most states and provides benefits for work-related injuries or illnesses. Health insurance A. Covers general medical expenses. General liability C. Addresses third-party injuries. And disability insurance D. Supports income replacement for non-work-related disabilities. Question 38. What is the main benefit of purchasing an umbrella insurance policy? A. It increases the deductible on existing policies. B. It provides a discount on other insurance premiums. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of standard policies. D. It extends coverage for damages excluded from all other policies. Correct answer. C. It offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of standard policies. Explanation. An umbrella insurance policy provides extra liability protection that exceeds the coverage limits of the policyholder's standard auto or homeowner's insurance. It does not increase deductibles. A. Provide discounts. B. Or cover all excluded damages. D. Question 39. Which term describes the portion of a claim that the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance company covers the remaining amount? A. Premium. B. Deductible. C. Copayment. D. Exclusion. Correct answer. B. Deductible. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the policyholder is responsible for paying before the insurer covers any claim expenses. A premium, A, is the regular payment for the policy. A copayment, C, is typically found in health insurance for services and exclusions. D, are situations not covered by the policy. Question 40. What type of insurance policy is typically purchased to protect against claims that exceed the coverage provided by underlying liability policies? A. Homeowner's insurance. B. Umbrella insurance. C. Term life insurance. D. Comprehensive auto insurance. Correct answer. B. Umbrella insurance. Explanation. Umbrella insurance provides additional liability coverage that supplements existing policies such as auto or homeowners insurance when the policy limits are reached. It does not provide primary coverage like homeowners, A, life, C, or comprehensive auto insurance, D. Question 41. What is the main purpose of the coinsurance clause in a property insurance policy? A, to reduce the deductible. B, to ensure that the insured shares in the risk of loss. C, to provide additional liability coverage. D, to eliminate the need for an appraisal. Correct answer. B, to ensure that the insured shares in the risk of loss. Explanation. The coinsurance clause requires the policyholder to carry a certain percentage of the property value as coverage. If the insured does not meet this requirement, they must share a portion of the loss with the insurer. This encourages policyholders to purchase sufficient insurance coverage. Question 42. Which type of life insurance policy provides a death benefit and cash value accumulation that can grow based on the performance of a portfolio of investments? A. Term life insurance. B. Universal life insurance. C. Variable life insurance. D. Whole life insurance. Correct answer. C. Variable life insurance. Explanation. Variable life insurance offers both a death benefit and an investment component, where the cash value can increase based on the performance of the chosen investments. Term life, A, provides coverage without cash value. Universal life, B, has flexible premiums and cash value. And whole life, D, offers guaranteed cash value growth. Question 43. Which type of auto insurance coverage is mandatory in most states and covers injuries to other people and damage to their property when you are at fault in an accident? A. Collision coverage. B. Comprehensive coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. C. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage is required in most states and pays for bodily injury and property damage to others if the policyholder is at fault in an accident. Collision, A, and comprehensive, B, cover damages to the policyholder's vehicle, while uninsured motorist, D, covers accidents involving uninsured drivers. Question 44. In a health insurance policy, what is the term for the fixed amount the insured pays for each medical service or prescription? A. Premium. B. Deductible. C. Copayment. D. Coinsurance. Correct answer. C. Copayment. Explanation. A copayment is a set amount the insured pays for a specific service or prescription, with the remainder covered by insurance. A premium, A, is the payment for the policy. A deductible, B, is the amount paid before insurance starts covering costs, and coinsurance, D, is the percentage split of costs after the deductible is met. Question 45. Which of the following policies provides coverage for a property owner against loss of rental income if the property becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril? A. Liability insurance. B. Renter's insurance. C. Loss of use coverage. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. C. Loss of use coverage. Explanation. Loss of use coverage compensates for lost rental income if the insured property is uninhabitable due to covered peril. Liability insurance A. Covers legal claims. Renter's insurance B. Protects tenants. And business interruption insurance D. Is for business-related income loss. Question 46. What type of insurance coverage protects a professional from claims of negligence or inadequate work? A. General liability insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Business owner's policy. Correct answer. C. Professional liability insurance. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions insurance, covers professionals against claims of negligence or inadequate work. General liability insurance A. Covers third-party bodily injury and property damage. Workers' compensation B. Covers employee injuries. A business owner's policy D. Is a comprehensive policy for small businesses. Question 47. Which of the following statements about a deductible in an insurance policy is correct? A. It is the amount the insurer pays before the insured contributes. B. It is the maximum amount the insured will pay in a policy period. C. It is the portion of a covered loss paid by the insured before insurance coverage begins. D. It is a premium rebate offered at the end of the policy term. Correct answer. C. It is the portion of a covered loss paid by the insured before insurance coverage begins. Explanation. A deductible is the amount an insured must pay out of pocket before the insurer covers any costs for a claim. It does not involve the insurer paying first A. A maximum cap on insured payments B. Or a rebate D. Question 48. What type of homeowner's insurance coverage is specifically for additional living expenses if a home is uninhabitable due to covered peril? A. Dwelling coverage. B. Personal property coverage. C. Additional living expenses. L. Coverage. D. Liability coverage. Correct answer. C. Additional living expenses. L. Coverage. Explanation. ALE coverage pays for the additional costs of living elsewhere while the home is being repaired after damage from a covered peril. Dwelling coverage A. Repairs or rebuilds the home. Personal property coverage B. Covers belongings. And liability coverage D. Protects against legal claims. Question 49. What is the primary benefit of having a HA5 homeowner's insurance policy compared to a HA3 policy? A. It provides coverage only for named perils. B. It offers comprehensive open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. C. It has a lower premium cost. D. It includes earthquake insurance as standard. Correct answer. B. It offers comprehensive open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. Explanation. A HA5 policy covers all perils except those specifically excluded for both the dwelling and personal property. A HA3 policy provides open peril coverage for the dwelling but named peril coverage for personal property. HA5 does not inherently include earthquake insurance D or come with lower premiums C. Question 50. Which of the following is not typically covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage from fire. B. Theft of personal belongings. C. Flood damage. D. Vandalism. Correct answer. C. Flood damage. Explanation. Flood damage is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies and requires separate flood insurance. Fire damage A. Theft B. And vandalism D. Are typically covered by most standard policies. Question 51. What does an umbrella insurance policy primarily provide? A. Coverage for personal belongings up to their replacement value. B. Additional liability coverage beyond the limits of other policies. C. Comprehensive health coverage for family members. D. Protection against uninsured motorist claims. Correct answer. B. Additional liability coverage beyond the limits of other policies. Explanation. An umbrella insurance policy provides extra liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's existing policies, such as auto or homeowners insurance. Does not cover personal belongings. A. Comprehensive health coverage. C. Or uninsured motorist claims. D. Question 52. Which of the following best describes a peril in the context of insurance? A. A condition that increases the chance of a loss. B. The actual cause of a loss. C. A cause that excludes certain types of coverage. D. The maximum coverage limit of a policy. Correct answer. B. The actual cause of a loss. Explanation. A peril is the specific risk or event that causes a loss, such as fire, theft, or a storm. A condition increasing the chance of loss. A. Is a hazard, while exclusions C and policy limits D relate to policy terms. Question 53. In auto insurance, what does PIP, personal injury protection, coverage typically include? A. Damage to your vehicle from a collision. B. Legal defense costs in case of a lawsuit. C. Medical expenses for injuries regardless of fault. D. Liability for damages you cause to other vehicles. Correct answer. C. Medical expenses for injuries regardless of fault. Explanation. PIP coverage helps pay for medical expenses and sometimes lost wages for the policyholder and passengers, regardless of who is at fault in an accident. Does not cover vehicle damage. A. Legal defense. B. Or third-party liability. D. Question 54. What is the term for the initial amount an insured person must pay before their insurance starts covering expenses? A. Copayment. B. Premium. C. Deductible. D. Coinsurance. Correct answer. C. Deductible. Explanation. A deductible is the amount paid out of the pocket by the insured before the insurance company starts to cover costs. Copayment. A. Is a fixed amount for a service. A premium. B. Is the payment for the policy. And coinsurance. D. Is a cost-sharing arrangement after the deductible. Question 55. What is the main function of an insurance premium? A. It acts as a deductible in a policy. B. It represents the total amount of coverage available. C. It is the periodic payment made by the policyholder to maintain insurance coverage. D. It is the maximum benefit an insurer will pay for a claim. Correct answer. C. It is the periodic payment made by the policyholder to maintain insurance coverage. Explanation. An insurance premium is the payment made by the policyholder to keep their insurance policy active. It is not the deductible. A. The total coverage amount. B. Or the maximum payout. D. Question 56. Which type of life insurance provides coverage for a specific term and does not accumulate cash value? A. Whole life insurance. B. Universal life insurance. C. Term life insurance. D. Variable life insurance. Correct answer. C. Term life insurance. Explanation. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific period and it does not accumulate cash value. Whole life, A. Universal life, B. And variable life, D. Policies include a cash value component. Question 57. What type of insurance policy would typically cover the costs associated with a data breach? A. Commercial property insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Cyber liability insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. C. Cyber liability insurance. Explanation. Cyber liability insurance helps cover the costs associated with data breaches, including legal fees, notification expenses, and credit monitoring. Commercial property insurance, A. Covers physical assets. General liability, B. Covers bodily injury and property damage. And business interruption insurance, D. Covers lost revenue due to operational disruptions. Question 58. Which clause in an insurance policy specifies the conditions under which the policyholder can cancel the policy? A. Exclusions clause. B. Cancellation clause. C. Indemnity clause. D. Coinsurance clause. Correct answer. B. Cancellation clause. Explanation. A cancellation clause outlines the terms and conditions under which the policyholder or the insurer can terminate the policy. Exclusions. A. List what is not covered. The indemnity clause. C. Relates to compensation. And the coinsurance clause. D. Requires the insured to bear a portion of the risk. Question 59. What is the primary purpose of liability coverage in an auto insurance policy? A. To cover the insured's medical expenses. B. To cover damages to the insured's vehicle. C. To protect the insured against legal claims from third parties. D. To replace the insured's vehicle if stolen. Correct answer. C. To protect the insured against legal claims from third parties. Explanation. Liability coverage pays for damages or injuries to others when the insured is at fault in an accident. It does not cover the insured's medical expenses, their vehicle damage, B, or theft of the vehicle, D. Question 60. Which type of homeowners insurance policy provides the broadest coverage, including open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property? A. HA1. B. HA3. C. HA5. D. HA8. Correct answer. C. HA5. Explanation. A HA5 policy provides the broadest coverage, with open peril protection for both the dwelling and personal property. HA1A is basic coverage. HA3B is a more standard policy with open peril coverage for the dwelling and named peril for personal property. And HA8D is for older homes with limited coverage. Question 61. Which of the following best describes an insurance rider? A. The primary policy document. B. A coverage option added to an insurance policy. C. The policyholder's deductible. D. The process of underwriting an insurance policy. Correct answer. B. A coverage option added to an insurance policy. Explanation. An insurance rider is an amendment or addition to an existing policy that provides additional coverage or limits on coverage. It is not the primary policy, A, a deductible, C, or the underwriting process, D. Question 62. What type of insurance policy is specifically designed to cover losses resulting from business operations being interrupted by a covered event? A. General liability insurance. B. Business interruption insurance. C. Cyber liability insurance. D. Professional liability insurance. Correct answer. B. Business interruption insurance. Explanation. Business interruption insurance helps cover lost income and operational expenses when a business is unable to operate due to a covered event, such as a natural disaster. General liability, A, covers bodily injury and property damage. Cyber liability, C, deals with data breaches. And professional liability, D, addresses errors and omissions. Question 63. In health insurance, what does the term out-of-pocket maximum refer to? A, the total premium paid annually. B, the highest copayment required for services. C, the most a policyholder will pay for covered services in a policy period. D, the minimum deductible amount for any claims. Correct answer. C, the most a policyholder will pay for covered services in a policy period. Explanation. The out-of-pocket maximum is the maximum amount a policyholder will pay for covered healthcare services in a policy period, after which the insurance company covers 100% of covered costs. It is not related to total premiums, A, the highest copayment, B, or minimum deductibles, D. Question 64. What does the term replacement cost to a homeowner's insurance policy mean? A, the depreciated value of the damaged item. B, the cost to replace damaged property with new property of a similar kind and quality. C, the policy limit for claims. D, the deductible amount on the policy. Correct answer. B, the cost to replace damaged property with new property of similar kind and quality. Explanation. Replacement cost refers to the amount it would take to replace damaged property with a similar new item without factoring in depreciation. It is different from the depreciated value, A, or policy limit, C. Question 65. Which of the following is true about a no-fault auto insurance system? A, the at-fault driver must always pay for damages to both vehicles. B, each driver's insurance pays for their own injuries, regardless of fault. C. It eliminates the need for liability insurance. D. It only applies to uninsured motorists. Correct answer. B. Each driver's insurance pays for their own injuries, regardless of fault. Explanation. Under a no-fault auto insurance system, each driver's insurance pays for their medical expenses regardless of who caused the accident. This system does not remove the need for liability insurance, C, or apply only to uninsured motorists, D. Question 66. What type of insurance policy covers damages to the insured's own car that are not caused by collisions? A. Collision coverage. B. Liability coverage. C. Comprehensive coverage. D. Personal injury protection, PIP. Correct answer. C. Comprehensive coverage. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage pays for damages to the insured's car from non-collision incidents such as theft, vandalism, or natural disasters. Collision coverage, A, covers damages from car accidents, while liability, B, and PIP, D, cover different aspects of accident-related costs. Question 67. Which factor does not typically influence the premium cost for homeowners insurance? A, the home's location. B, the policyholder's credit score. C, the color of the house. D, the home's construction type. Correct answer. C, the color of the house. Explanation. The color of the house does not impact the cost of homeowners insurance. The home's location, A, credit score, B, and construction type, D, are common factors that influence the premium. Question 68. What is the term for the document that summarizes an insurance policy's terms and coverage? A, insurance certificate. B, policy summary. C, endorsement. D, rider. Correct answer. B, policy summary. Explanation. A policy summary provides a brief overview of the insurance policy's key details, including the coverage, limits, and exclusions. An insurance certificate, A, is proof of insurance, while endorsements, C, and riders, D, are policy modifications. Question 69. What is a deductible in the context of health insurance? A, the monthly premium paid to maintain coverage. B, the maximum coverage provided by the policy. C, the amount paid by the policyholder before the insurer starts covering costs. D, the co-payment required for doctor visits. Correct answer. C, the amount paid by the policyholder before the insurer starts covering costs. Explanation. The deductible is the amount a policyholder must pay out of pocket before insurance coverage begins. Premiums, A, are ongoing payments, and co-payments, D, are small, fixed costs for certain services. Question 70. Which of the following insurance policies would typically cover an employee's work-related injury? A, general liability insurance. B, professional liability insurance. C, workers' compensation insurance. D, commercial property insurance. Correct answer. C, workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance provides benefits to employees who suffer work-related injuries or illnesses. General liability, A, covers bodily injury to others. Professional liability, B, covers professional errors. And commercial property, D, covers physical assets. Question 71. Which type of insurance is mandatory for all drivers in New Mexico? A, collision insurance. B, comprehensive insurance. C, liability insurance. D, personal injury protection, PIP. Correct answer. C, liability insurance. Explanation. In New Mexico, drivers are required by law to have liability insurance, which covers bodily injury and property damage to others in the event of an accident. Collision and comprehensive coverage, and B, are optional, while PIP-D is not mandatory in the state. Question 72. In New Mexico, how long do insurance companies have to acknowledge a claim after it has been filed? A, 24 hours. B, 15 days. C, 5 days. D, 30 days. Correct answer. B, 15 days. Explanation. In New Mexico, insurance companies must acknowledge the receipt of a claim within 15 days. This helps ensure timely communication between the insurer and the policyholder. Question 73. What type of insurance coverage would protect a New Mexico homeowner from damages caused by a sudden hailstorm? A. Flood insurance. B. Earthquake insurance. C. Windstorm and hail coverage. D. Liability coverage. Correct answer. C. Windstorm and hail coverage. Explanation. In New Mexico, windstorm and hail coverage is part of a standard homeowner's insurance policy and would cover damages from a sudden hailstorm, flood, and earthquake. B. Insurance are separate policies, while liability coverage, D, covers personal injuries or damages to others. Question 74. If a New Mexico resident's car is damaged in a hit-and-run accident, which coverage is most likely to help pay for the repairs? A. Collision coverage. B. Liability coverage. C. Uninsured motorist coverage. D. Comprehensive coverage. Correct answer. C. Uninsured motorist coverage. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage in New Mexico can help pay for damages if the policyholder is involved in a hit-and-run accident. Collision coverage, A, would also apply but does not specifically address hit-and-runs. Question 75. In New Mexico, what is the minimum liability coverage required for bodily injury per person in an auto insurance policy? A. $10,000. B. $25,000. C. $50,000. D. $100,000. Correct answer. B. $25,000. Explanation. The minimum liability coverage required for bodily injury per person in New Mexico is $25,000. This coverage ensures that drivers can pay for injuries they may cause to others in an accident. Question 76. Which of the following best explains New Mexico's comparative negligence rule in auto accident cases? A. The driver at fault pays for all damages, regardless of the other party's actions. B. Damages are split equally between all parties involved. C. Damages are apportioned based on each party's percentage of fault. D. Only the driver with the least fault is liable for damages. Correct answer. C. Damages are apportioned based on each party's percentage of fault. Explanation. Under New Mexico's comparative negligence rule, damages are divided according to the degree of fault assigned to each party in an accident. For example, if a driver is 20% at fault, they would be responsible for 20% of the damages. Question 77. A New Mexico resident experiences a total loss of their home due to a fire. Which coverage would help them rebuild their home to the same standard as before? A. Actual cash value coverage. B. Replacement cost coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Loss of use coverage. Correct answer. B. Replacement cost coverage. Explanation. Replacement cost coverage ensures that the homeowner can rebuild their property to the original standard without factoring in depreciation. Actual cash value, A, considers depreciation liability. C, is unrelated, and loss of use. D, covers temporary living expenses. Question 78. What is a unique characteristic of New Mexico's auto insurance market? A, New Mexico mandates uninsured motorist coverage for all drivers. B. New Mexico allows insurers to offer policies with stacking of uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. C. All drivers must carry both liability and comprehensive coverage. D. The state requires annual vehicle inspections for insurance purposes. Correct answer. B. New Mexico allows insurers to offer policies with the stacking of uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. Explanation. New Mexico permits the stacking of uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage, which means policyholders can combine the coverage limits of multiple vehicles for added protection. Uninsured motorist coverage, A, is optional, and annual inspections, D, are not required. Question 79. In New Mexico, what does Law 22 of insurance refer to? A type of health insurance policy. B, proof of financial responsibility for high-risk drivers. C, a special type of comprehensive auto policy. D, an extended home insurance policy for expensive homes. Correct answer. B. Proof of financial responsibility for high-risk drivers. Explanation. An SR-22 is a form that high-risk drivers must file to show proof of financial responsibility. It is not a type of health A or home D insurance, nor is it a comprehensive auto policy C. Question 80. What is the primary purpose of a named peril policy in homeowners insurance in New Mexico? A. To cover any possible loss or damage. B. To cover losses only from perils specifically listed in the policy. C. To provide liability coverage for guests. D. To offer broader coverage than all risk policies. Correct answer. B. To cover losses only from perils specifically listed in the policy. Explanation. A named peril policy covers damages from only the specific risks listed in the policy, such as fire or theft. It does not provide coverage for unlisted perils, A, and does not relate to liability for guests, C, or offer broader coverage than all risk policies, D. Question 81. Which of the following best describes New Mexico's stance on no-fault insurance? A. New Mexico is a no-fault state. B. New Mexico requires drivers to carry personal injury protection PIT. C. New Mexico follows a tort-based system. D. New Mexico allows drivers to choose between no-fault and tort systems. Correct answer. C. New Mexico follows a tort-based system. Explanation. New Mexico is a tort-based state, meaning the driver found at fault for an accident is responsible for paying damages. It does not follow a no-fault system, and PIP-B is not mandatory. Question 82. In New Mexico, what type of policy would cover a business owner for claims related to employee injuries? A. General liability insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. Business interruption insurance. D. Commercial auto insurance. Correct answer. B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. Workers' compensation insurance is required in New Mexico to cover medical expenses and lost wages for employees injured on the job. General liability A covers third-party claims, while business interruption C covers lost revenue. Question 83. What minimum amount of property damage liability coverage is required in New Mexico for auto insurance policies? A. $5,000. B. $10,000. C. $15,000. D. $25,000. Correct answer. C. $10,000. Explanation. In New Mexico, the minimum required property damage liability coverage for auto insurance policies is $10,000. This coverage helps pay for repairs to the other party's property when the policyholder is at fault in an accident. Question 84. A homeowner in New Mexico purchases earthquake insurance. This type of policy is typically considered A. A standard part of all homeowners' policies. B. An optional add-on to homeowners insurance. C. Included in flood insurance. D. Unavailable in New Mexico. Correct answer. B. An optional add-on to homeowners insurance. Explanation. Earthquake insurance is not included in standard homeowners insurance policies in New Mexico and must be purchased as an additional endorsement or a separate policy. Question 85. What does uninsured motorist coverage in New Mexico typically include? A. Coverage for vehicle theft. B. Protection from at-fault drivers with no insurance. C. Damage from natural disasters. D. Mechanical breakdowns. Correct answer. B. Protection from at-fault drivers with no insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage in New Mexico helps protect drivers if they are involved in an accident where the at-fault party has no insurance. It does not cover theft A or damage from natural disasters C. Question 86. In New Mexico, what is one of the primary responsibilities of the Office of Superintendent of Insurance? A. Conducting vehicle inspections. B. Issuing driver's licenses. C. Regulating the insurance industry within the state. D. Setting health insurance premiums. Correct answer. C. Regulating the insurance industry within the state. Explanation. The Office of Superintendent of Insurance in New Mexico is responsible for overseeing and regulating insurance practices to protect consumers. It does not handle vehicle inspections, A, or issue driver's licenses, B. Question 87. A policyholder in New Mexico with comprehensive auto insurance would be covered for A, collision with another vehicle, B, theft or vandalism, C, liability for injuries caused to others, D, damage to their own car in a rollover accident. Correct answer, B, theft or vandalism. Explanation. Comprehensive auto insurance in New Mexico covers damage to the policyholder's vehicle from non-collision incidents such as theft or vandalism. Collision coverage, A, is needed for car accidents, while liability, C, covers injuries to others. Question 88. What is the time limit for filing a lawsuit related to personal injury in New Mexico? A, 1 year. B, 3 years. C, 5 years. D, 6 years. Correct answer, B, 3 years. Explanation. The statute of limitations for filing a personal injury lawsuit in New Mexico is 3 years from the date of the incident. Failing to file within this period may forfeit the right to seek legal recourse. Question 89. A New Mexico resident's homeowner's insurance does not cover which of the following scenarios? A, fire damage. B, water damage from a burst pipe. C, earthquake damage. D, theft of personal property. Correct answer, C, earthquake damage. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance in New Mexico typically covers fire, A, water damage from burst pipes, B, and theft, D. However, earthquake damage requires a separate policy or rider. Question 90. Which of the following is an example of a risk that would be considered uninsurable in New Mexico? A, routine car maintenance. B, a car accident involving a distracted driver. C, damage from a hailstorm. D, theft of electronics. Correct answer, A, routine car maintenance. Explanation. Routine car maintenance is not considered an insurable risk in New Mexico because it is a predictable, expected cost, unlike accidental damage or theft.